Huh. So, hello everyone. Welcome back to our Python programming course. So, congratulations. You have now learned variables, data types, operators, user input, and conditional statements too. So, today we are entering one of the most powerful concepts in programming, which is loops. So, let me ask you a simple question. Suppose I ask you to print, let's say, hello world 10 times. So, how would you do it? So, would you do it like, let's say you will, let's name the topic. You do it like this. Write it 10 times. Hello world. Then you will write print. Write it like this 10 times. You, what I said, if I tell you to write it 10 times, so will you like it like this? Yeah? Do you notice something? We repeated exactly the same line 10 times. So imagine what will happen if I ask you to print it 10,000 times. Huh? So will you write it 1,000 10,000 print statements? Definitely not. That's where loop comes in. So what is a loop? So loop means repeat, repeat and repeat until finished. Okay. So a loop allows us to execute the same block of code multiple times. So instead of just writing the same code again and again, we simply tell Python how many times it should repeat. So think of loop as asking Python to do boring, repetitive work for us. Okay. So I hope you are getting it. So let me make it more clear to you with the example of a real life. Okay, so brushing your teeth. So do you brush your teeth only once in your life? No, right? You brush every day. The action is the same, only the day changes. That is what is called repetition. So programming uses loops for repeated tasks. Another example would be school attendance. Okay, so imagine your teacher calls attendance. Instead of remembering every student's name manually forever, the teacher goes through class list one by one. That's a loop. So let us begin with the types of loop. So let's give the subheading as types of loop. So the types of loop are first type is the for loop. We will talk about it later in this video. Second is the while loop. So today we will learn about the for loop, and also if we can also learn in this session about the while loop too. So first for loop. So let me open my compiler, online Python compiler. Okay, let me write a code here. First, I will erase it. So for I in range, let's say 5. So this is a syntax for a loop. I will make it clear to you. First, let me write it. Print hello world. Okay. So I have written this. So before running this program, how many times do you think hello world will be printed? Okay. So think about it. I am running this program. So it is printed one, two, three, four, five. 5 times. Okay. So for let's You let me make it clear to you the for loop. So for starts with the I. So I is called the loop variable for I. Okay. So loop variable. Then we have the range for I in range. The range consists how many times we want to repeat. So here it is 5. So for I in range 5. Okay. So it means repeat 5 times. So the intended line is in the code is used to indicate repetition. Okay. So let's understand the more about range. So let me make it I here. Okay. Print I. So let me run this. Sorry, it's printing I in as a string. We don't want it as a string. So see, so it's printing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So why didn't the Python print 5? Why? It's simple because it started counting from 0. Okay. So the range 5 produces the output as 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 5 numbers in total. So imagine an apartment, a ground floor, then floor 1, then floor 2, then floor 3, floor 4. Python starts counting from 0 in many situations. Okay, so let's learn more about it, and let me give you an example. So let me take as for let's say taking for number in range. Let's again take the range as 5, and then I will print current number as the number itself. The number. Okay, so now what will be the output? The output is current number 0, current number 1, current number 2, current number 3, and then the current number 4. So why is it so? The variable changes automatically. You don't need to increase it yourself. Python does that. Okay, so imagine 5 runners. So instead of announcing each one separately, you simply move to the next runner after each announcement. Okay, that's exactly what loop variable does here. Okay, so let us try another programs using loops. Okay, let's print natural number. So for I in range, let's specify the range this time from what to what number, and then we'll print I here. Okay, so let me run this code to show you from where it is fetching. See, it's since I've started the range, this is the starting value and this is the ending value. So okay, so since I've started it from 1 and it will end at the ending value which I've given but minus 1. So that's the range till which the loop will work. Okay, so this one is taken as n minus 1. It will print till this till 10. 11 minus 1, so it's 10. So range is this one is the start value and this one is the stop. So stop is excluded and start is included. So suppose the bus, this is a real life analogy. So suppose a bus starts at stop 1 and the last stop is 11. So the bus visits stop 1 through 10 before reaching the final destination. Okay. It has traveled through 10 stops before reaching 11. So that's how range here works. Okay. So let me help you with a mini project which we'll be practicing right now. First let me write it, then I will explain it to you. For I in range 10 comma 0, so we are taking range in reverse, so this one is the step value. Okay, so I will make it clear to you in the now only print I, and then here I will print, let's say, blast off. Okay, so we are done with it, the program. So now we will run it. Okay, so we have run it. So this is still this is a program for a countdown. Okay, so let's see. This is a countdown like a rocket launch. Okay, so the third value here, you must be surprised. What is this? This is the step value. So it tells Python to increase or decrease the value by how many times. Okay, so the start value is 10, it would end at 0, and if we take 0 and then minus 1, so it will be minus 1, but here we are ending it in reverse order, so it will be working till 1. Okay, 1 before. Okay, so 1. So minus 1, if we do 10 minus 1 9 minus a 1 8, and it works like this, and last we will print a blast off. This is a message given. Okay, so let me discuss some common beginner mistakes that people usually do. So this is the wrong indentation. Okay, so they print it like this, so it won't work. Need to keep it inside the for block. Okay, this is the correct, and people forgot to write the colon, so the without colon this would give an error. Okay, this won't work. And also they confuse with the range. Okay, so let me explain the range to you once. So range has basically three. One is the start, then we have the stop value, and then we have the step value. So start value is included, step stop value is excluded. Okay, we don't include it, and then step value is the number of how many times after or how many times before, how many numbers we will skip to reach our answer. Okay, I hope you are clear with it. So I have a practice activity for you guys. So pause the video and create a program that let's say prints your name 20 times using a for loop only. Okay, so pause this video and try to print it. I will also show it to you. So try to do it yourself first, then see this video as a reference. So we have taken the range as 20 times. Okay, sorry, not this column, this one. I'll print my name, so I will write here my name. It's Adarsh. So we're done with it, and now we'll run it. So it prints my name 20 times. We are not going to count it, but I'm sure that it has printed my name 20 times because I haven't started it to do so. So some simple homework for you all also. So write a Python program. Let's say that prints numbers from 1 to 50, then even numbers from 2 to 20, and lastly odd numbers from 1 to 19. So this all program should be done using for loops only. Okay, excellent work. You have learned about the loops and why are they useful and how to use the for loop with the range function. So we explored repetition, loop variables, counting from 0, custom ranges, and even built a countdown program. So now we will go deeper into for loops by solving multiplication tables, summing numbers, and other coding challenges before moving on to the nested loop. Okay, so let's practice more about loops. Okay, so we have learned about the range functions and created our looping loop programs. So now we will make those concepts stronger by solving practical programming questions. So remember one thing, as I have already said you multiple times, that programming is not learned by watching videos. So programming is learned by writing codes. So I encourage you to pause this video and after every question try solving it yourself before watching my solution. Okay, so let's again revise this for your understanding. So what is a loop? So loop repeats a block of code multiple times and uh, we have already discussed about the range thing. Okay, so let's begin with uh, our first program. So let's start with something simple. Again, let's print numbers between 1 to 20. So the code will be for I in range 1 comma. So we need to include 20. So I will write here 21 because this last value, the stop value is excluded. Okay, I will print here I. So it will print, I guess. Uh, yes. So the Python value starts at 1 because we have taken the start value as 1 and ends at 20 because the top value is 21 and it all usually gives the output as 1 less than it. Okay, 1 before it. Okay. So the Python starts at 1, it keeps increasing and stops just before 21. Okay, so imagine you are counting students entering a classroom. So it will be like 1, 2, 3, so until 20. Simple repetition. Okay, so program 2 will be a multiplication table. Suppose someone asks you the table of 7. Instead of typing every answer manually, we will make Python do it. Okay, so it's simple. Firstly, we'll have to take the number as input from the user. It's done. Now we will start the range. Sorry. So now we'll run this program. And let's say we will write the number as 7. So it will print 7 stable until the 10th value. Okay. So I hope you're clear with it. So I will make you understand it to you. So here we took it as number, so what we input, and this is all string which we have to give it to it. And I is the number of times it will keep increasing the I values since 1, 2, 3, and number into I is the mathematical mathematics which we have done here to solve our multiplication table. So when we were kids, we memorized multiplication table, but now with the help of Python, we can generate any table instantly. Okay, so let's calculate the sum of first 10 numbers like we have done in multiplication. So let's calculate 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 instead of using a calculator. So let me make a program for it. It would be like we have taken a variable to store the total and we'll start with for I in range first 10, so we will take at 1 and then 11. So as this value is excluded, we won't need it. Okay, so 11. So total is equals to total plus I. Okay, so then we'll print the sum equals to comma total. Okay. So now when we run it, it will give us sum equals to 55. The sum of first 10 natural numbers is 55 only. Okay. So if you all want to, if I can also explain this iteration to you. So first, what is taken as is total. We have the value as 0. Total starts with 0. So for I in range 1 to 11, first value will be 1. So 0 plus 1 will be 1. Then the total value changes to 1. Then the second iteration would be 2. So 1 plus 2 will give 3. And 3 plus 3 will give 6. 6 plus 4 will give 10. And like that, we will get the final value as 55. So imagine saving money in a piggy bank. So day one you have 1 rupees. Day two you will have 2 rupees. Day three, if you are saving 1 rupees every day, then it will have 3 rupees. So your key savings keep increasing. That's exactly what happened to total here. Okay. So let's write another program here for even number. So for I in range 2 comma 21 comma step value would be it's simple logic for even numbers. If after every two number, if you start with an even number, so after every number we will get after every two numbers, sorry, we will get an even number only. So print I only. Okay. So if you run this, then we will get even numbers between 2 to 20. Okay. So the third value is called the step value, and here the Python jumps every iteration by two values. Okay. So now odd numbers will also be the same, but it will start from 1 because 1 is our first odd number, and it will stop at 20 because we don't need anything after 20. So if we print it, we will get the even numbers, sorry, odd numbers between 20. Okay, so imagine climbing staircase normally. Okay, so one first step, then second step, then third, then fourth, like that. But imagine you suppose that you jump every second step. So the first step, then you will just then you will skip the second step, jump and directly reach the third step. So the second step is eliminated. So 1, 3, 5, 7, like that. Okay, so that's exactly what step value does here. So let's do another program for factorial. I hope you all know what a factorial is. This is one of the most famous beginner questions. Okay, so if I write 5 factorial, this is the sign for factorial. So it means 5 into 4 into 2 into 2 into 1. Okay, so let's code it. We take the number as input from the user, enter number, then we will write take fact as equals to 1. For sum we take the value as 0, but for multiplication we take as 1, because if you take multiplication as 0, then it will give the final value as 0 only. Okay, so then we have for I in range 1 comma number plus 1, then fact will be equals to fact in- into I. Okay, now we'll print the lastly we'll print the factorial. Print if you run this code and print the 5 factorial, then it will give me 120. Okay, so each iteration will be explained. So first we have taken a number, so number is 5, then we have taken a variable to store the value of the factorial of the whichever number we need to find. Then the loop starts from 1 and ends till the number plus 1. So fact is first we will multiply it by I 1, then it will multiply by 2, 3, 4, and will go on till the number minus 1. Okay, so I hope you're clear with it. So some real examples, real life examples where factorials are used are probability, mathematics, and also in our field in AI and data science, probably this factorial is used. Okay, I hope you are clear with it. So let's make we make a mini project on password attempts. So suppose a user get only 3 attempts. So if you need to make a code on it, the correct password we take as an input. So let's say the correct password is Python 123, and the number of tries we get is more I in range 3. Okay, then we print input. Sorry, we'll take an input as a password. Then check if password is equals to the correct password which we have already taken. So if it is so, then it will print login successful. If not, then it will break. So I will. So after this printing, so it will break. So I will teach you about this break afterward. Uh, just keep it in your mind that it will end the program here and come to the out of the loop. Okay, this is what break is used for. So I will make it easier to for you to understand later on in the session. Just know it that break is the point at which the program stops, okay, and comes out of the iterations. Then I will print here. If it is not so, then it will print account lock. Okay, so let me run this code. First, let me write a wrong password. Again wrong. Again. So I have written 3 wrong passwords in a row and it shows the account locked. So what if happens if I write it correct password as Python 123? So it will give me a login successful. So this is how this works, and I already explained it to you. I just know told you in brief about the break. I will explain to you in details in upcoming sessions. So again, common beginner mistakes that people just specify the range and don't print anything. So they think that it does. Why is it not printing? This range function doesn't print anything by itself. It must be used. It is just a loop. It specifies the number of iterations. We need to write a print statement if we want to print something repeatedly. Also, the indentations must be correct. And let's say the correct use of the range we need to know. So again, pause this video and create a program that prints the table of 15. Then create another program that will print the sum of first 100 numbers. Okay, from 1 to 100. Okay, solve this both and also try practicing more programs. Be creative, solve anything that comes in your mind and try to code it. It will build your logical thinking. Okay, so excellent work. We solved several practice programs for loop, including multiplication table, sum of numbers, multiplication, even, odd, factorial, and a simple password attempt system. So these examples showed how loops can automate repetitive tasks and solve real world problems efficiently. So, in the next class, we will learn nested loops where one loop is running inside another. With nested loops, you will be able to create patterns, grids, tables, and many more interesting programs that are commonly asked in interviews and coding exams. Until then, practice every program from today's session, experiment with different inputs, and keep coding. I will see you in the next session. Happy coding. Thank you.